Hello and welcome. I am Samantha. I am the Oracle for Digital Delphi. I've been a priestess, believe it or not, for 40 years. And today is Tuesday, December 20th, and tomorrow is Wednesday, the 21st of December, which marks the winter solstice for 2022 in the Northern Hemisphere. And it is a exemplary time to be able to connect with those things which we have to say goodbye to. The things that do not pass through winter's doorway into spring, the things that leave with the frost. And this time of stasis, when winter holds everything kind of trapped in the ice, which is a nature's way of showing us how the power of air, which is mind, in the frigidness of the cold of winter, holds our emotions in stasis. Water is motion, and usually it's flowing, but in the winter time when it freezes, the coldness of that air gives us a clarity and a crispness, an ability to kind of take what before was moving and it solidifies it and it traps it, and so we can sit there and observe it in its moment of stasis to have better clarity. And with that comes an awareness, a spark of awareness, which is the fire of our consciousness. And that spark and that heat begins to melt that ice as the spring comes and it thaws. And the thaw melt that comes with early spring helps us to shed those things which were holding us back. So with the winter solstice coming at this gateway, for me, I celebrate it for 3 days, the day before, the day of, and the day after. In my tradition, it's the 3 days of this meditation of being able to spend time thinking about that, to spend time in the mental realm. A lot of the times we're told to shut off the mind, right? To quiet our thoughts. But this is a time to let them run, to let them just come up, to be completely held. We hold them just like winter holds. And the emotion that comes with those thoughts, which is the important part, it's the component. So I'm here to offer some help. I've had a few people email me about how do I deal with all of the emotions and the things that have been coming up lately, because it's been a hard few years since our pandemic hit. And for some of us, even a few years before that, we started seeing our lives start to take a really different route. So rather than being a, traditional YouTube tarot reader who kind of comes on and just, has their spiel, I'm just going to be very human with you, in the sense that we'll have a little conversation. I might ramble a little bit, so you'll have to bear with me. But everything that I say is not scripted. It's completely in the moment. I am a psychic intuitive and a medium, as well as being able to be adept in the priestess arts of divination through tarot, runes, scrying, you name it. I have a very unique skill set, and I'm offering it up in the moment to provide the support that I feel we all need right now, because we're all in this together. And when I feel the spirit speaking to me, they're just really impressing upon me this need to approach each of the signs, the air signs, the fire signs, the earth signs, and the water signs. Each of us on our astrology have a soul purpose, and your soul's essence, the energy of it, is defined, I believe, through the astrology that we are connected to, through how we chose to come into this world, into this incarnation, and the planetary alignments we chose to support us to do what we need to do on our mission. So I'm here to speak specifically to each of the 4 elementals, to all of the 12 signs, and to do some of these micro readings for each of you. So I've already pre-shuffled, meditated on the cards, so I'm just going to get started now. First, I'm reading for air. The air signs are deeply connected to the northern energy of winter. You know, again, the air that holds things in stasis. It's the clarity of mind. It is the speaking of our words and our truth. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Just for your information, this deck is called the Eastern Ink Tarot, which wanted to speak for the air signs. Aquarius, you have the Eight of Cups. Definitely leaving things behind. You have achieved all that you can at this moment in time, and you need to walk away. You need to walk away, whatever it is, and you know what it is. It's something that's glaringly obvious, and it's something that you've struggled with whether or not you can continue to face the situation. But these cups are telling you you've gotten everything you can out of this situation. It's a very emotional situation for you, and you've harvested all you can from this. The well is dry, and having achieved it, this is not a failure that the well has run dry for you. This is a success because you have shown up, you did the work, you've received all of the benefit that you could from it, but now it's time to go. If you stay there, you're going to, you know, emotionally starve. So it's time to walk away. And the red that this person is wearing is a symbol of having the will, just having the will to do. Just the willingness. Once you can find that for yourself and take the first step, that choice will activate the universe to give you something different. The more space you leave behind you, the more opportunity you create before you. And from what I'm feeling with this card, Aquarius, is I am also an Aquarius, so I get this card really well too. I've been getting this a lot lately. You know, Aquarius is for being air signs. Get confused with being water signs because of, you know, the water bearer. But Aquarius is bear the water because we have a certain level of detachment that we have to things. For us to be able to carry the emotional heavy lifting that we do for most of the people around us, because many Aquariuses are highly creative or wise or have some unique skill set, something that makes people want to come tell you their life story, even if they've only known you for like 30 seconds. So Aquariuses are also very diplomatic people. They embrace every variety of human. You know, we can even sometimes see the perspectives of those that we are absolutely repulsed by. So we have a very open mind. And Aquarians being able to walk away from something means that you've tried everything. So please be as compassionate to yourself as you are to everyone else. Be as diplomatic with yourself and kind. Because Aquariuses can be very hard on themselves with the mental judgments and things in ways we would never do with somebody else. So, yeah, there's an energy here of be kind to yourself. This is one I've had to work on with myself too. So, I'm not asking you to do anything I wouldn't have to do myself. So, yeah, there's a lot of emotion here. This walking away might be very hard, but don't carry it with you because you're walking towards something so much better. Libra. Well, you got the Knight of Cups, Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. You're going to feel this energy of you are moving towards something you really love. Again, it's that movement energy with the air signs. I mean, look at all the water we've gotten. Water in both of these cards so far. Yeah, it's something you love. You're moving towards that. You're taking the reins of control and moving towards what you love, or it is moving towards you. It's like I'm feeling this magnetism. You know, it's coming together. People think Libras are all about balance. Libras are not very balanced. I hate to break it to you, but you probably already know. Libras are more about going back and forth between extremes. It's finding the balance. It is about just remaining static, because Libras are an air sign. There's nothing static about that. It's right. So, you know, you Libras are always trying to find the mental lexicon, you know, the vision, the image, the words, the actions. They're trying to piece things together in a way where, like, if I put this on this side, it builds it that way. If I put it on this side, it balances this way. And they're good with this. It's almost the alchemist who likes to see what they have to kind of add to or subtract from to make things balance out. And so this card, having this reign of control, when I see these images, to me, horse has 4 legs, the rider has 2. The 2 are being carried by the 4, which is telling me that balance is being carried by a firm foundation, by a groundedness that you probably haven't had before. Like, you may be feeling more grounded now than you ever have emotionally, which is a very good sign. It means you're going to be able to actually have progress. So I'm really feeling, Libra, that you're really moving towards some progress here. Good job. This card feels very triumphant. You're going to get what you want. Gemini. Strength card, Gemini. Both of you, you twins, you. Yeah, I feel like, Gemini, this movement for you of letting go at the winter solstice, I'm really feeling, is going to require you to, or not require, that's the wrong word. What word do you want me to use? Emphasize. Okay. It's not that you require it because you don't have it. It's that you need to emphasize it because you've been downplaying it. This strength card with the dragon is showing me that you're being asked to stop playing it small. You are so much stronger, so much more knowledgeable and capable than either you give yourself credit for or you allow other people to see about you, because you're trying to make yourself as small a target as possible in some situation. This is asking you to come out, to let that dragon energy, that craftsmanship, ability, prowess, whatever that is, to come forward. Emphasize your strength. Don't diminish it anymore, because when you diminish your strength or you dumb it down to make other people more comfortable or to make yourself less obvious, you dim your shine and you send the wrong message to other people. And not only that, in the karmic understanding of things, don't hobble people, don't cripple them. It's disrespectful. You just need to be you in your fullest capacity. And other people need to either grow to handle it or walk away. If they're not ready for it, they need to go get themselves ready for it. When we diminish ourselves, what we do is we're basically saying we don't believe that the other person can handle us. And it's kind of dismissive and disrespectful, because maybe the whole point is you're supposed to show up as you in your full capacity. So that way you help them to become stronger. So you help them to grow. So you help them to recognize where they have their own pushbacks or judgments or things like that. You know, sometimes the work of spiritual growth and healing isn't about, you know, pretty, shiny, helpy people. It's about showing up in your authentic self in as kind a way as you can. You know, be kind, but you don't have to be nice. You just show up and be genuine. And in that, it is a natural filter that either attracts or repulses, you know, and to the people around you who are attracted, it's like attracting like. Sometimes, though, it's a moth to a flame, because people are like, ooh, I want some of that, I need to grow. So that's what the boundary is important. And for those that get repelled, a lot of times because they just can't understand, because they're just not at a particular point of self-development. People can only go as deep with you as they can go with themselves, and some people just aren't willing to go that deep with themselves. Geminis, you've got 2 of you going on there. So you have almost like a double quotient of perception, understanding. You know, you can see things from 2 perspectives. Everyone else is, you know, so remember that, you know, as you deal with people. That's your compassion. That's your willingness to show up as yourself and not take it personally if people can't understand you completely. It's not a lack on your part. You just have to show up as you. Stop diminishing. That's what they're asking you to let go of for the winter, for this new spring. You're going to need all of you for what you have coming. Okay. I want to find out what is the heart of the air signs right now. Sorry, there's energy behind me right now as I'm doing this. Ooh, nurturing. Okay. So, this is my oracle deck here. Can't remember the name of it right offhand. Nurturing. Interesting card for nurturing, isn't it? Yeah. It's the skull with a coin in its mouth. And the coin has got 2 sides. It's Janus and the 2 faces. And there's a butterfly and a book, which is wisdom and transformation. This is essentially like the death card, which is interesting that it's nurturing, right? But I'll share a little personal thing with you. So recently my mother passed away not that long ago in October. And after a long battle with dementia and Parkinson's. And so her demise was one that her death seemed like a freedom for her. As a daughter who has the gift of kind of psychic mediumship, you know, being able to spend that time with my mom and see energetically where she was at to after she passed away, how much more of her was present. It was a really interesting exercise in my own gifts for that, because in some ways I felt like I got my mother back after she passed away. You know, and that's when I realized how nurturing death can be. The death of something, the letting it go, the walking away, right? Don't minimize it, right? It's powerful and it's important because it is the universe nurturing us. It is like when the gardener goes in and trims the plants, you know, the pruning of that work allows the other things to survive. So that way dead weight isn't taking away all of the nurturance that the living thing needs to survive. So air signs for this winter solstice, this is the energy for you. It's cutting away at, letting go, walking away, diminishing the things that need to be diminished and emphasizing the things that need to be emphasized for you. This is the power of death, which is the energy of the winter solstice. It is the darkest day and the longest night. It is the winter time. It is symbolic of death in so many cultures. But it's also compassion, that things have to be let go of so that other things can survive. You know, it's the gift of our ancestors. Okay. All right. I wish you luck. I know you can do it. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach me through my Facebook page, Digital Delphi Oracle. You can reach me on my website, digitaldelphioracle.com. You can also leave a message here on the YouTube channel, and I will get back to you. Please be aware that, there's always scammers, as we all have to put our little disclaimer on there. You'll know it's me. I'm not going to ask you for anything, really. We'll have a conversation, and it'll be like this, and you'll know it's me because we'll have a conversation face to face. If it has to be on a video call or a phone call, I like to deal directly with people and their energies. So you'll have an opportunity to connect with me, and I look forward to hearing from you. All right, I hope this helped you. Take care.